Hey guys, it's Matt here for Rum Monkey Productions, and today we are back with a brand new podcast called Anything and Everything. And today's special guest I got here is Josh. What?
Hey, what's up?
What's so funny?
Nothing. Continue.
Okay. Um, you just threw me off there.
Did I?
No, you're good, man. Uh,
Nice.
so,
Hey, settle down.
okay, I'm good. I'm good.
We got a crowd to entertain.
Well, if anybody even listens to this, yeah. So Tyler and I are back after a few months off. We just weren't dedicated enough to do it, and we've come back and finally decided we're going to work hard on this and all that. So, but unfortunately, Tyler cannot be here today, so I got Josh to fill in for him. Uh,
Yep.
yes. So Josh, she's gonna be in our videos whenever Tyler isn't, or if you want to join in with Tyler and I every now and then if he wants to. Um, So yeah, Tyler is Tyler couldn't come today, so yeah, so Josh is going to be pretty much a fill-in slash
Second best. No.
yeah second best guy. So
Ah,
you're not quite there yet, but
story
you're
of my
you
life.
you you're just behind Tyler, just behind him.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. So with the channel, I'm going to be deleting a lot of videos and all that. You might notice that there's a lot less videos on there because after going back through the videos, I'm not quite happy with some of them. I'm not quite happy with some of the with the vlogs I made, so I'm gonna be deleting those. Um, like my Minecraft series I had, that's gonna be gone because that was a piece of shit in my opinion. Um, so we're
No, it's
both
not just yours.
yeah, great. Thanks, man. Thanks.
I'm here
Um,
to help.
that's where you're the fill in.
Well,
Yeah, so we're gonna this is going to be like Rum Monkey Productions version 2. So everything's going to be on a more broad scale. So it's not going to be just gaming and all that. It's going to be have like proper vlogs. Might have some stuff with music on there. Some sort.
podcast.
Yeah, podcast. Yeah, been doing that for a bit now, but this is going to be a bit different. This is going to be anything and everything, just not the R&P podcast. So yeah, expect a lot more different content than just gaming, which is still going to be on here. It's going to be the main focus, but I do want to expand the categories that we entertain with. So yeah, look forward to a lot more content in the future. So yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
All right. No, that was good. That was good, man.
yeah, man, yeah,
Um,
man.
touching heart.
No,
No.
no, just don't.
Okay. Okay. No. Well, I guess this is the first podcast I've ever done, so I'm not really sure what I'm doing. But
Yeah,
I guess we'll just talk about music. We'll start off with that was yeah.
because it's the only thing that you associate
That's
yourself with.
that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what type of music do you get into, Matt?
Well,
Tell tell the world.
Well, okay. So I'm a bit weird with music because I do like some pop songs. Like I don't like pop
I like
songs.
One Direction.
Yeah, man, totally. But there's like good songs, good pop songs that are like really catchy and I can listen to every now and then. But like I mainly
Yep.
like rock, uh, metal.
Like, what do you mean by rock? Do you mean like 80s AC/DC kind of rock?
I can
Van
listen.
Halen.
I can listen to AC/DC and all that. I can't listen to like Elvis and shit like that. I
No,
no no man. I could watch.
you can't.
I could watch like once a year before I get bored of it.
Well, that's a
But
shame.
yeah, I know you like that sort of shit. But
Oh,
as I said, you're the villain. But so yeah, I'm sort of like recently I've been getting into like the metal covers of like game theme songs, like the
like Mortal Kombat and stuff like that.
or like more like the what is it? The Pokemon theme, the Pokemon battle theme and stuff like that. The Legend of Zelda, Mario. Yeah, so I've been getting to that a lot more. I reckon it's so cool.
Oh,
But that's just me. What about yourself, Tyler? I almost called you Tyler there.
wow. Um,
I know you two sound alike.
Now I
But
don't. I feel less than a fill-in right now.
yeah.
I feel like I'm not even
You,
wanted.
I tell
No.
you, I tell you what you're like. You're like the paper bag with shit in it burnt on fire on someone's doorstep.
Yeah, cool. Um, Talking about that, I actually wanted to do that not long ago, kind of. Well, I was thinking about doing it. I wasn't gonna actually do it because, well,
It's kind of
I
cool.
don't really have enough guts to do it.
So
I
like
mean,
it'll be cool to do to someone else, but once it happens to you, like you're like, oh shit,
yeah, exactly,
literally.
literally.
Yeah.
Um, no, but I would only do it if I have somebody like kind of mean that lived around me. Like, because at my old house, there was an old lady. She was super mean. She used to call the cops. But we've actually got really nice neighbors. We've got a nice family next door to us and another nice family on the other side. So
Yeah.
like, I can't be putting dog crap
Yeah.
on their door porch or whatever.
Yeah. It's
Um,
bit cruel.
no, but music I like. I don't know. I like anything and everything, I guess.
Talking about shit.
Um, Talking about shit. No. Um, I know. I just recently bought a Buddy Holly CD, so which is weird
And
because I've
yeah,
been using.
but it's gonna be you're gonna have to tell them who Buddy Holly is because not many people listen to that sort of weird
Well,
stuff.
he's from the 50s and he did.
There you go. So only old people, if any old people listen to this, there you go.
Well, awesome. I hope they do. But yeah, I bought a CD, which is weird because I don't usually buy CDs. I usually listen to like records, tape cassettes, or just YouTube usually.
I should time travel you back to the 50s. You'd love it.
You should. Talking about time travel, me and a few friends were talking about this, and we were trying to bring up theories on how time travel would work. I'm not sure if you've ever thought about this.
I've had many discussions with it.
Yeah,
I'm just like sort of I'm on like the fence on whether it's possible or not. Like there are some
yeah.
theories and all that how it could work and all that, but then there's other theories. I reckon that it's possible to time travel into the future, but I don't think back.
No, I think the opposite. I think you'd be able to go back in past, but not in a physical kind of way, but only kind of a visual.
Yeah,
I think I find it very hard to believe that you can kind of go back in time and
yeah,
do some Back to the Future
crazy
kind
shit.
of
Yeah,
stuff, like first Cowboys.
save the doc from
Yeah, I don't think.
dying.
Well, I highly doubt you do that. I can't
Yeah,
say if you can or can't because I'm not a scientist or anything like that. But I think there's few ways, and I think the way I think of is just visually going back and seeing images that are reflections of light and whatnot that have already passed. Passed, sorry.
well, there's
Um,
I was reading this article a few months ago, and there's this is actually pretty old, but doctors have found a way to go into like a cat's brain, and they could see what they've seen, like for like
ah,
that day, almost,
yep.
and like
Wait, so that was actually real. They did that.
they've done that,
They
and
saw what a cat saw.
yeah, usually like using the brain and all that. It was like I don't think it was like a clear picture, but I think it was like
Do you know what that reminds me of?
what?
Did you ever watch the film Wild Wild West with what's his name? Will Smith.
No, I haven't.
You never watched that movie.
No,
Well, basically, what happens is this guy gets his head chopped off, and they get
riveting.
his head. They get his head and put a candle in behind the lights, behind the eyes. Sorry, they put a
So it's
candle in.
like a Halloween pumpkin head
Yeah,
thing.
kind of, but it projects it was meant to project what was burnt into the retina and whatnot. So his
Okay.
last vision would be projected onto a projector screen. It wouldn't work, I don't think, but that's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, but no, well, I don't know if the article's fake or not, but the if it was true, it actually happened about 9 years ago. So, but I don't think they've gone any further with that sort of stuff. But it's
Yep.
interesting. But with time travel, I don't think it's possible to go back into the past. Like, you know how there's talk about getting frozen and all that, so you don't die.
Oh, yeah, like Walt Disney did,
Yeah, well,
and Austin
it's a
Powers.
conspiracy theory.
Well, yeah, okay.
But when you think about getting frozen, it's pretty much time travel. When you
Well,
think about
technically,
it, it's time travel because you're skipping a certain period of time that you are actually not involved with. Say, like, if Walt Disney got frozen, if he actually really did get frozen and he's still alive but frozen, he's skipping all these time periods that he's not in. So if he comes back into the future, he's technically gone, like, he's done time travel.
I don't
Because,
think that's time travel there. I'd call that waiting.
yeah, but like he wouldn't have, but he wouldn't have aged. Like, I don't know if he would have aged or not, but I don't think he would have aged because everything would have been frozen. So
Yeah.
like his cells and all that, his brain development and all that. If that if it's true and everything, his body and everything inside of him was frozen. I think it's time traveling if that actually is true.
And yeah, no, that's I always thought about this like because when I watched Austin Powers #1, I think it was when he gets frozen and then
Wasn't
reheated up.
is that number one or is it number two?
I think it might be #1. I can't be certain though. But anyway, I always think if I were frozen and I got woken up or heated up in like 20 years or 40 years, do you
Yeah.
still have a sense of like how long that was, or would it be super fast, or would you remember how long it was? Like, because I just find it hard to think about being frozen for 40 years.
Well, so I think that because he's frozen, his brain's frozen and everything like that, nothing's active. Nothing in his body,
Yeah, I know.
inside or outside, is active. So if he wakes up, he's still going to think he's at the time where he wasn't frozen.
Yeah,
It's pretty much like it's been like being in a coma. You
a
have
comma,
yeah, you have no realization of how long it's been. A coma, coma,
comma,
coma.
commas.
Yeah, but like you see what I mean? I just think that I reckon it's possible.
Yeah, I completely understand. Anyway, let's get back on track. Like we went from music to time travel, which is a huge leap.
Oh,
Um, so yeah, we were talking about music. You like listening. You've been listening to heavy metal or metal covers,
yeah, so
video
that
game
sort of stuff.
song,
Yeah,
which
awesome.
I can understand that.
Yeah,
And I said I bought a Buddy Holly, and I've been downloading music for the last 3 or 4 days. Just a ton.
legally or illegally.
Oh no, legally, of course.
Good boy, good boy.
Yeah, no, what are you kidding?
You want to disclose that information to the world.
No,
You might get
no,
you might get the FBI watching.
no. Yeah, of course. No, well, I'm not sure about the FBI.
Or I would say the Australian version.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Do we have the Australian version? Is that just like federal police or whatever they're called?
That's called the government.
Oh
So,
well,
but no,
I was close.
yeah, close enough. Close enough. No, but
Yeah.
yeah, continue.
Um, no. Well, I was saying, yeah, I've been downloading a lot of music.
Yeah.
Good.
Anything good, or is it just all that old stuff like Tyler listens to?
No, well, it's good. It's just
You
how
sure?
you define good. Yeah, no, I shouldn't show you.
You can't, man.
For the audience, but no, it's good. I've got Carl Perkins, Chuck Berry. Everybody knows Chuck Berry.
Who's Chuck Berry?
Well,
I've never
he
heard.
did the song Johnny Be Good. Never mind. But yeah, tons of music, which is good. I just listen to music and kind of digest time quite well.
Time travel. There you go. Zing.
So music equals time travel.
Yeah. You lose sense of how long you've been listening to music for. That you have no idea what time and what day it is.
No, that is true.
Would that be classified as time travel? No.
You know what?
Nah, it wouldn't be.
No, it wouldn't be. It would just be time wasting.
Time wasting.
But you know what they say? Time enjoyed, wasted isn't wasted. It's actually, enjoyed.
Yeah.
But anywho, let's talk about something else now. Let's move on to I don't know, say because I got the opportunity. Somebody invited me. This is gonna sound real weird, but somebody has invited me to go on this kind of paranormal.
Do you speak to people?
Well, sometimes they
Sometimes.
usually speak to me. No, I'm kidding. No, but paranormal investigation kind of thing.
Yeah, I've always
Yeah.
wanted to do that.
Yeah, well, I got invited to this investigation that's going to maybe take place at the closed down Sunbury Mental Asylum, lunatic
Okay.
asylum,
Oh yeah.
and I guess I've been watching a lot of like shows like Ghost Adventures and Ghost Hunters and all them type of shows to kind of get you like used to it and understand what they're talking about.
Yeah.
But I guess like, do you believe in paranormal activities and
Oh, see that.
phenomenon kind of stuff?
Yeah, that's a really like hard thing to think like because you get all these once again conspiracy theories and shit like that. It's hard to think of it like unless you've had a real paranormal activity experience and you know it actually happened. Of course you're going to believe it, but if you haven't had any of those experiences, you're left with all these people just saying this happened and this happened and this happened, and but you can't really like what's the word
Determine.
yeah, determine whether it's real or not.
Yeah,
Like
but that
like you could say that a ghost, I saw a ghost, and it could turn out just to be just like sheets
or dust or
or dust. Yeah, exactly. So you can't really determine unless you've had like a full-on experience and saying there's like no other way, no other possible way
yeah,
that it could
it
have
has
been
to be
this or
fully
this. Yeah,
um what's the
like
word I'm
like a
looking for?
fully exposed.
Yeah.
So
Um
it's hard to determine whether it's real or not.
yeah, but that's I'm hoping that when I go to the lunatic asylum to do the investigation, I hope I
Scary.
kind of see something, or
Yeah.
like, feel something, or do something because it sounds pretty cool. Like we go in there with no torches at nighttime, with night vision cameras, voice recorders, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I reckon if all goes well, we might hopefully catch something. I don't know, because when you YouTube things like ghost caught on tape, there is rarely any real ones, if none.
Yeah.
They're all kind of fake. You can tell, and it's like, well, it kind of leads me to kind of lean to not believing in paranormal phenomenon and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But the only way, like you said, the only way to find out is to experience yourself. And if you never see one, well, obviously
You've got all these
they're
questions.
probably not real.
Hmm.
But yeah, I guess they're a good story to tell and a
Yeah.
good way
So
to make money.
yeah, it'll be it's an easier way to get money. Like no offense to anyone here, but like if you go and get these, if you set up like like your own company saying yeah we do all this ghost stuff and all that, and if you go to let's say a family that strongly believes in like this sort of stuff and all that, and you basically just trick them for money. A lot of people do that, and
Yeah,
it's a really easy way to get money. But
it
like
is. Yeah, con
yeah,
men or
yeah,
hoax
yeah,
stuff like
it's
that. They're all
yeah, exactly, it's conning them. But there's yeah, so you get these people that con other people and say yeah this stuff actually happened just so they can get the money, but then you get the real full on things. So they say that actually with people actually having these experiences and all that's paranormal and all that. So yeah, like as we've said, it's hard to determine whether things are real or not unless you've had the experiences,
exactly. Yeah,
and that pretty much goes with everything else.
but
So
yeah,
yeah,
hopefully that's good.
when's that going to take place?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. The guy that's going to take us, he's a friend of a friend's, and he said he's still working on it. He's trying to get access to the Sunbury Lunatic Asylum, and he said once he does, we'll be right to go whenever I want.
Okay, so with that, I'll actually try and see if I can hook you up with a camera, and if we can get some footage with that. Would that be
Oh
alright?
no, that's cool. There's going to be plenty of footage already. I can
Okay.
get footage already. There's yeah, I think we might have like 3 or 4 cameras.
Okay, good. And like, see if we could get some footage for that, and then we could have a discussion on that might be a future video where we might review the videos and all that. We could talk about how your experience was, and then see if you saw anything. That could be a future video for the channel if you want.
Yeah, well, sounds good to me, I guess.
Awesome. So with paranormal, talking about paranormal activities and stuff like that. Have you seen any of the actual paranormal activity films?
I saw the first one, and it was just ridiculous. I didn't get into it. They were just so lame. And the new one that's coming out, the trailer, when I watch it, it kind of reminds me of those like high school projects that kids do on making movies
Yeah,
and stuff. It looks so B grade. It's not funny.
I think it's meant to.
Yeah,
Like, because they're
I
going for
think
the
they
whole
did that
film
on
footage.
purpose, but they just they've stringed this out too far.
Yeah,
They should
well,
have stopped at number two or three.
yeah. See, with paranormal activity, it's one of those things it's like the Modern War, it's like the Call of Duty series. It's like the first, like mainstream Call of Duty was good, same as Paranormal Activity number one. It was good at the
Yeah,
time because no one's actually ever seen something like that before. So I'll give a lot of credit to that one. And after that, they started what they did. They started producing a new Paranormal Activity every Halloween. It's the same as Call of Duty. They produced that once a year and all
yeah,
that. So, but as it went on, it slowly degraded as to where now they're making spin-offs of the paranormal, like they're making a separate movie. It's not a part of the actual Paranormal Activity thingo, but it's still under the Paranormal Activity name.
so kind of like what Paranormal Entity that movie was called or something like that.
Yeah,
Because I know there was a movie called Paranormal Entity, which is it's basically the same kind of thing, handheld cams,
yeah,
kind of that thing, and it was just the same thing. But yeah,
yeah,
that it linked in really good with COD as well because like with COD, they're just doing the same thing over and over again. Like they can't do
yeah.
anything new. It's always
Because
going to be a first-person shooter.
because people will always go back to it.
Exactly. Yeah.
But the difference with that is that Paranormal Activity is slowly going down in views. Like
Yeah.
less people are actually watching it.
Yeah. But
But
I think the
because
same with COD as well. Like I think COD is going to eventually, or is already, sloping down the hill. I think people are reverting to different video games now. COD's kind of become old news. Like with the last Ghost, Call of Duty Ghost, a lot of people, um, like degraded that or said that was bad. Like, but a fair few people did say it was good. But I don't know. It was just kind of been there, done that. Where's the
yeah,
new stuff?
yeah.
They
See,
added some aliens, and that's about it.
with the Call of Duty franchise, they focused on story in Modern Warfare 1, Modern Warfare 2, and Modern Warfare 3. And I don't know about anyone else, but I kind of dig that. I kind of dig the story. I don't know. I know it wasn't the greatest story of all time, but it was the main thing that that's the main thing I'll go back to if I ever play Call of Duty again. But after those series, like the campaign, which no one plays anymore, slowly degraded because no one will play them. So
Yeah,
now that's
exactly.
because it's less of a story, it's less interesting. See, with
Yeah,
Modern Warfare campaign storyline, a lot more people played it because you had Modern Warfare 1, which started everything off, and then you got Modern Warfare 2, which will leave you a cliffhanger, even though it's a bit shit. And then you got Modern Warfare 3, which was the outcome at the end. And people, I know a lot of people actually done the campaign because it was like semi-interesting. And then, but like as soon as Modern Warfare 3 finished off, like they sort of went like, what do we do now? Because they can't focus on like a main campaign anymore. If you go to Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, I reckon the campaign, like they try to start off, they try to start like a Modern Warfare things, which I reckon just pretty much like just failed it. Like
yeah,
the story for Black Ops and Black Ops 2, I reckon it was just completely shit. And
yeah,
Call of Duty's degraded to a multiplayer game. It's degraded to multiplayer, and that's why it's still popular because people play it for the multiplayer. Yeah, it's going downhill for
yeah,
Call of Duty, I reckon.
definitely. But well, that said, there's a lot of good games coming out lately. Like this came out quite a while ago, actually, like a few months ago, maybe 4, 5,
Yeah,
6, 7, 8, maybe 12. I
maybe
remember
more.
playing Dishonored.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if you've played that, but that was a really good game. It was made, I think, maybe by Bethesda,
yeah,
and that was really good. It kind of it had the way you chose to play the game would determine the ending. which is
Yeah.
good because it makes you want to play the game twice.
Yeah.
But really with COD, all it is you play online and you level up, and that's it, really.
There's not you get nothing out of it, in my opinion.
Yeah,
All you do is get a rank.
there's no story, there's nothing interesting about that.
Yeah.
We've seen that the last 6 or 7 COD games.
Yeah. Like even with like Call of Duty 1, 2, and 3, like even though the stories weren't great, it was it was focused on the story. It was focused on the
Yeah,
single player. It wasn't focused on the multiplayer. Like I
yeah,
understand you didn't have much multiplayer back then, but it still focused on it. It didn't try and say this is a two-player game. This is a two, three, four-player game.
yeah,
It focused on the story, and that's what it focused on for from four. Like it was a bit for Call of Duty 4. It was for like a I'd say about like a 45, 50. Like it started to focus on multiplayer a bit. That's where it started going downhill for me. They started focus on the multiplayer at Call of Duty 4 because that's what made the whole multiplayer FPS thing like really big
yeah,
for the Call of Duty franchise. And
yeah,
from Call of Duty 4, it slowly became more about the multiplayer and less about the campaign. And the Modern Warfare, I reckon the Modern Warfare campaign, the Trilogy 4, I reckon they try to get a proper campaign story so people will focus more on it. But I don't think they could have done a lot better with the story.
yeah,
But I reckon it worked alright, but it just didn't get that bar high enough for everyone to like really dig into the campaign and say we want more. Instead, they just kept going back to the multiplayer.
yeah.
So,
Um,
I
keep on.
so I reckon Call of Duty from now on, it's either going to become a multiplayer game only. There will be it's either going to be no campaign at all. It'll be
Yeah,
only multiplayer,
uh-huh.
or or they're going to have to do a reboot of the whole Call of Duty thing. Get a get brand new developers in, take out Activision and is it Infinity?
I believe it is.
Yeah, I reckon if they
No,
scrap
no, Treyarch, sorry.
yeah Treyarch. Okay, yeah Treyarch. That sounds right. Um, if they scrap those two, they try to if they and they bring in a new development team and try to work on the Call of Duty series. Try and make it new because every other Call of Duty games, it's the exact same thing.
Exactly, yeah.
You've heard it all before. It's the exact same thing with new maps and slightly better graphics, or not even changed graphics. So they either need to change it or make it a multiplayer only game
Yeah,
because their campaigns are shit now. Everyone only plays it for the multiplayer, and it's the same thing every time you get a new one. There's no changes whatsoever besides the maps. So
yeah.
that's my opinion on the Call of Duty franchise.
Speaking of like games and whatnot, I'm not sure if this is true, but I've heard a lot of rumors around saying that Fallout 4, or 5, whichever you want to call it,
Yeah,
with New
yeah,
Vegas, but I think it'd be called 4.
yeah.
Um,
Um, I've actually been watching a lot of machinima videos on that, and there is a new Fallout game in the works. So I don't know if they'll be out towards the end of this year or next year or even the following year. But as far as I know, it's going ahead.
Awesome, because that was probably one of my favorite video games was Fallout. Well, Fallout 1, 2, 3, and New Vegas. Even the first like 2 were awesome, which were the Bird's Eye ones and whatnot. But I think Fallout 3 kicked off with me. Like it was just everything about that game was awesome.
Yeah,
Um, the RPG and the huge map you could like discover and find new things, and the retro music and stuff. It just everything fit nicely. And even with Fallout New Vegas, it was even better. With the Hank Williams music and stuff like that. It kind of just made it feel real authentic, really
yeah,
like post-apocalyptic, um, Vegas kind of feel. It kind of made you feel like you were actually there, kind of thing. But if they do make Fallout 4, I hope it leads up or like hires the bar that Fallout 3 made.
Yeah. Okay, there's a question for you. Which of the Fallouts do you reckon were the best?
Probably 3. Yeah, because that was really the first one I kind of really played a lot, like night after night for like 10 hours.
Okay. Um,
But yeah,
I've only played a bit of Fallout 3, but I've never actually played any others. So yeah, I'll
yeah,
have to if I get Fallout 3, it'll probably be on PC.
yeah.
But yeah. So as far as I know, Fallout 4 is confirmed.
Awesome.
So yeah, there's something for you guys to look forward to if you haven't heard it already.
Sweet.
So here's another topic about gaming.
Yep.
What's the best story you've had
Like
in
as in real life story or as
no
in
in a game? What's the best story you've had in the game?
so the wait, I'm kind of lost with the question. As in like best the best
The best, say the best,
storyline.
yeah, the best storyline for a game.
The favorite story or best storyline of video game I've ever played was the Metal Gear Solid franchise or series or whatever you call it. It was really good, because that was basically the first game I got on PS1 when I was a little kid. And I
Yeah,
played that, and I continued playing Metal Gear Solid until number 4. And when it ended, it all kind of clicked. The story was like, oh, so this and that, kind of like a puzzle, and you just kind of figured it out.
yeah.
And well, I guess yeah, that was my favorite storyline.
Okay. Have you played the really shit new Metal Gear Solid
No, I haven't.
Revengeance?
I don't want to kind of ruin,
Yeah, don't.
yeah, kind of ruin the memories of what
It's
it was.
it's pretty much just an action game.
Yeah,
You go through the game, kill a few things, then you move on to the next level. You go through the
yeah,
level, kill a few
that's
things,
no.
then go on to the next one. So I haven't bothered with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I've n- that's another thing. I've never played a Metal Gear Solid game ever.
Um.
Yeah,
Well, you should.
yeah, I know, but yeah, I've been get like, cause wasn't that big of a gamer back when like the original Metal Gear Solid things. Like I had a PlayStation 1 and all of that, but I never heard of Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Um. Oh.
with my
wh-
for my yeah, I was about to fucking answer that then you try to cut me off.
I'm sorry. Go
That's all
on.
good. For with mine, my favorite storyline, I'm probably gonna have to say the first BioShock.
That is a good story. That is. I really like that.
I loved it. Like I played it earlier last year. It was the first time playing it. Heard nothing about it. All I all I knew about it that it was amazing, and I went through it. I was by myself, had my headphones on. I wasn't sure what to expect and all that. I just sat down, played it, and I was so into it. I absolutely loved it. The twist at the end caught me
Now, I
off
believe that's
surprise.
Havoc and Bethesda, isn't it?
I don't know.
I'm pretty certain it is, but they make really good games.
I'll have a
They
look.
made Dishonored, Fallout 3 is by Bethesda, Fallout New Vegas, all the Fallout series. I
Yeah,
think.
it's probably Bethesda because it's similar gameplay to Dishonored. Yeah,
Uh, very similar. I'd
yeah.
say the graphics are very the same. I'd say as well.
No, they're not. Ow,
I reckon they are.
ow! I just kicked my foot on the bloody desk.
Did you do it on purpose?
No, I went to sit back down and I hit it.
Well, that's not smart.
Ow. Yeah, so for me, I'm going to have to say Bioshock. I tried to get into Bioshock 2. It just doesn't have the same impact as what Bioshock 1 had on me. I'm yet to get into Bioshock Infinite. I have not picked that up. I was going to pick it up at the Steam sale, the Christmas sale, but it was either Bioshock Infinite or Civilization 5, and I've been wanting to get that for a while, so I picked up Civilization 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you end up doing anything with the Steam sale, or did you?
No, I kind of cut down on games. I haven't played in well quite a while now. I just don't enjoy them as much as I did, a year ago or 2 years ago, when I used to play them a lot. But just quickly going back to Bioshock, I was wrong. It's 2K games.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
But the engine is Havoc.
Okay. Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be probably like the Unreal Engine, but
I would have thought so as well, but no, I don't know.
because it's like the most popular one.
Exactly, yeah.
But oh well. Um, so with games, a game that I just 100% completed just recently was actually Batman Arkham Origins. Have you ever played any of the Batman games?
No, I haven't. I played. I forgot what it was called. It was kind of like it was a superhero game, but it was kind of like Mortal Kombat. You play Mortal Kombat kind of things.
Oh yeah,
I think
was
it
it
was.
DC Universe's Mortal Kombat?
No, no, no.
Oh yeah, I know what you're
Is it
talking about.
Unjustice or Injustice or
Yeah,
something like that?
Injustice.
That's
Yeah,
it. And that was
it's
really good.
yeah, it's actually the people that made Mortal Kombat actually made Injustice.
Oh well.
Yeah, so that's why you got the Mortal Kombat feel from it because it's the same mechanics, the same controls, and everything like that.
Yeah,
So I've only played a bit of that, but it's really good. I reckon.
yeah, it is.
I actually really dig the storyline on that.
Well, I never played the storyline.
The storyline's actually I reckon it's pretty interesting, but I reckon it's a worth checking out the storyline. It's nothing like amazing. It's nothing new, but it's executed really well. I reckon.
Sweet.
Um, but yeah, with the Batman games, I picked up my first Batman Arkham game quite a while ago, just when I just got my PlayStation 3. I wasn't expecting much of it because it was one of those games where where you got these like if you go to a game store, you just got these stacks of games and all that just
Or like
out the
game
front.
clearances and stuff, kind of thing.
Yeah, sort of
Two
like that.
30 and stuff.
And then you got like that big thing out the front of the game store saying like cheap games and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I just saw it there and I thought, yeah, I'll just pick it up and see how it is. It's cheap and all that. But when I started playing Arkham Asylum, I was amazed because it just looks like one of those. It's like it was like a hidden gem. Like apparently, I don't know if this was true, but it didn't really sell well when it came out. It was like something that not many people had heard of.
Yeah.
So it wasn't received very well, I don't think. But like over time, it got a cult following and all that, and people started to really enjoy it. A lot more people picked it up and all that. So of course, Arkham City was announced and all that. So Arkham City had this big expectation to an already great game that Arkham Asylum was. So they had a lot of like the people and all
Yeah.
that had a lot of expectations for the game for Arkham City that hoping they can make it. They're only expecting to make it as good as Batman Arkham Asylum because no one thought that you could make a better Batman game than Arkham Asylum. But as soon as Arkham City came out, it blew everyone's mind away.
Yeah.
It blew their expectations out of the park because I'd have to say Arkham City is probably it's probably the best game I've played ever played out of all the games I've played. It's one, graphics are amazing. Two, controls are so fluent and perfect. The combat system works extremely well. The storyline is just it's a typical Batman Joker scenario, but it's taken over a whole city. So it's easily the best Batman game ever done, and I reckon it's the best Batman. I reckon it's just the best game in general, in my opinion. So when the third Batman game was actually announced, it wasn't actually made by the same people that done the first two games. So did you know that?
Uh-huh. So it's
Because
a different company or something.
yeah, because originally Arkham Asylum and Arkham City was developed by Warner Brothers, uh,
Ah, yeah.
and so Warner Brothers handed it over to I can't remember what other company it was, but they handed it over to another company, and everyone was scared about they're going to change all the combat systems, going to change how the mechanics and all that. So Arkham Origins was a massive risk for it to be
Yeah.
taken over by someone else. But
Yeah.
as soon as you get into the game, it's basically it's centered around when Bruce Wayne first became Batman, and how the villains were introduced and all that. But the mechanics are the same, the graphics are the same, the controls are the same, combat system's the exact same. They didn't touch the combat system or the mechanics or any of that, which is absolutely great. They couldn't, if they touched that even one bit, even one button, it would have been flawed. So
Yeah.
They done a pretty good job with Arkham Origins. The story, if I'm like, it's good, but it could have been better at the same time. They try to go this big twist, like halfway through this story and all that, and I was like, cool, but
Yeah.
it's a good game that's been done by another company. Like, you can't top Arkham City. There's no way
Yeah.
in hell you can top Arkham City. All they can do now is give back to Warner Brothers, the original guys, and make something as good as Arkham City,
Yeah.
because there's the Arkham City is a 10 out of 10 perfect game, and it's rarely, you rarely find a perfect game. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Um.
enough about me talking.
I think it would have been maybe 2 weeks ago. I went to EB Games and I bought two games. I bought Resident Evil 6 and Silent Hill Homecoming.
Dude, how much money did you spend on those games?
Not much. I think
How much did you buy for Resident Evil?
I think Resident Evil, one of them was 18. I think that might have been Silent. No, I think Resident Evil was 18, and I think Silent Hill maybe was 23.
Mate, Resident Evil, what you bought for $18, that's too expensive.
Why?
Because Resident Evil 6 is a disgrace.
Are you kidding?
Yep.
Why?
Because if you've played the Resident Evil games, you'd understand. Because Resident Evil was based around horror. It's not based around horror. It's turned into a shooting game.
Yeah, well, no, that I still enjoyed it because after number four, I think maybe from number four, it kind of turned into that kind of hardcore action, monsters busting out of people's heads and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think because I've played number two and number one stuff, the old ones on PS1 or whatever it was, and they were genuinely zombies, like zombies you see in the movies, classic zombie movies and stuff.
Yeah.
But now in like the latest ones, 4, 5, 6, well 4 and 6 definitely, it's kind of like this weird, they're kind of like based around giant looking bug things. Like when you actually like they just look weird. They're not zombies anymore. They're infections or whatever you want to call it. But nonetheless, I still enjoyed the game. I think it's fun, and I think the way the controls work and all that was it's more interactive for the user.
Yeah,
Like,
well, yeah, I understand. Like, as just as a game in generally, it's decent, but it doesn't deserve the Resident Evil title.
no, of course. And do you know, I think what they tried doing in the last Resident Evil movie was try to link the movie with the game, kind of. And that just it doesn't work. You can't link the movie with the game too much.
Yeah.
It just screws up with your mind, and it's like, no, don't do that. I enjoyed the movies. I enjoyed the games. Don't stuff with me. Let me just enjoy them both. But anyway, Silent Hill is really good. I've been playing Silent Hill since number 1 on PS1, and it's probably the scariest game I've ever played. I've never been scared. Like, it's scarier than any movie I've watched, probably as well. I'm not kidding. I remember when I played Silent Hill 3 on PS2 the first time, and I was by myself in my room with the TV turned up all the way, and I remember I was freaked out. I was so freaked out I couldn't sleep that night.
It's like you start crying. It's like you got your hands on the controller, and
no, I had to. I called my
crunched up on watching the TV, and like you start crying. I was like, I don't want to play this anymore, but I have to keep going.
No, but I'd usually just call my friend when I was playing, or call my cousin on the home. Be like, dude, talk to me. I'm playing Silent Hill right now, and I can't do it by myself. But when I got Homecoming, I was like, oh, cool, another Silent Hill. Um, this has got to be good. Then so far, I've only got a little bit in, and so far it's good. It's a little weird, but Silent Hill's meant to be weird, really. The monsters, the demons are still as cool, like, things with razor blades on their heads and
Yeah.
nurses with scalpels and stuff. And Pyramid Head you can't get rid of. He's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's probably one of the, like, there's a lot of jump scares. The atmosphere, the music, everything about it makes it scary. So
Yeah.
I reckon, like, it's a 10 out of 10 for scare factor. I reckon. Like, I think you can't get any scarier than Silent Hill.
Well, here's a question relevant to Silent Hill and Resident Evil. Um, which of the movie franchises do you reckon is worse?
Worse?
Worse.
Ooh.
Because they're both pretty bad.
I disagree. I really liked the Resident Evil and Silent Hill movies. Hill movie and Resident Evil movies.
It depends on how you see the actual movies as. Do you see them as popcorn flick movies? They're only there for the sake of being there, or do you just try to see it? Do you see it trying to take some sort of stuff off the actual video games?
I know Silent Hill the movie was mainly based off number one, I think. Or number one, I think it might have been.
That was the original Silent Hill movie.
Original.
And game.
I know, like, the monsters and the all that stuff, but I think Silent Hill projects the game better than Resident Evil, obviously.
Yep.
The movie franchise, because the movie franchise is almost basically like you've got Raccoon City and all that stuff. But I think it's just, I don't know. I think the games of Resident Evil and the movies of Resident Evil has got a big distinction between them. But I still liked the movies. They're just a good action zombie movie to watch. Maybe the best zombie movie you could watch. Other than, like, European horrors and stuff, which aren't bad.
Did you literally just say the best zombie movie?
Well, yeah. What else is there?
Okay, Zombieland.
That is a comedy.
Plus, no, it's got zombies in it. It's based around
Yeah,
zombies.
it is a comedy, though.
No, dude, does it? It's based around zombies.
It's based around zombies, but it's comedy.
You said best zombie movie, did you not?
I said best
Then
action zombie movie.
Yeah, it's still got action in it.
Yeah, of course,
Zombieland.
but it's a comedy. It's got comedy in it.
Shaun of the Dead.
Comedy.
I don't care. And then you got the Dawn of the Dead.
No, that's actually a pretty good movie.
There you go. You got great. Those are only just to say a few. There's so many good zombie films out there.
I think the best zombie movies are like the French, the Germans, all them European countries make the best zombie movies.
Yeah,
the
they do.
Swedish. Like, there's what is it? La Horde.
Rob Zombie.
I've never
just
watched
kidding.
Rob.
No, Rob Zombie's a guy.
Okay, well, I've never watched that, or I don't know who he is.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's Dead Snow, which is about Nazi zombies.
That's so cool.
Have you watched that?
Nah.
Oh, you should watch it. It's in German, of course, but it's subtitled.
Nine.
Nine.
Scheißenhausen. I don't know if that actually translates to shit house.
I think it might.
I don't know if Heisen is an actual word.
I think it's Hausen.
Heisen.
Scheißenhausen.
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 I think we better shut up now in case we get more death threats from German people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my favorite zombie film. I reckon it's tied between. I love the zombie comedy films. I reckon. I love I just love the zombie comedy films like Shaun of the Dead.
Speaking of zombie comedies and whatnot, there's one called, I'm not sure if you've watched it. It's called Doghouse. And
No.
well, it's not really zombies. It's kind of zombies, but it's a British comedy. It's about a bunch of friends that go out to this town that's in the middle of nowhere, and all the women have turned into zombies, and they only kill men.
Not much has changed.
But yeah, that's real good. But it's like a disease or infection that was spread through their washing powder or something like that. It's really good. I know. I tell you,
It's like no, it's almost like a disease spreading through the kitchen knife.
it's just almost no, but it is really
Yeah.
good. It's really fun.
God, so sexist.
Uh, just
Just a little. Um, yeah, so like with zombie films, they've turned it more about into a comedy franchise now,
yeah.
which I'm sort of happy with it in a way. Like zombies were a huge thing, like like Dawn of the Dead and all that was done. They're probably bigger now because there's
The Walking
some.
Dead.
Yeah, you got The Walking Dead. You've got World War Z. That was another one, which is not a
Yeah.
comedy. That is a great zombie film, even though it's not technically zombies, but they're infected and they're pretty much like zombies. That's I still reckon that's a really good zombie film, in my opinion, which is not comedy, by the way. So stick that up your ass. But
Yeah.
yeah. So I reckon the zombie genre can be done in various different genres, like Warm Bodies,
Oh God.
which is a comedy romantic zombie film. Have you seen it?
No. No.
Okay, trust
I
me,
know. I know what
it's
it's about. I saw
yeah,
the ad for it, and I'm like, no,
no,
that
trust
needs
me,
to be burnt.
it's actually pretty decent.
Come on, man. Zombies falling in love.
Yeah, it's actually pretty decent, man. Take it as it. No,
You
see, no,
sound like a woman.
shut the fuck up.
More
No,
sex.
like,
Sorry.
no,
Next thing you're gonna say you like Twilight.
dude, that thing will go rot in hell for all I care.
I'm kidding. I really, really like that movie.
All those werewolves and vampires.
Team Jacob.
Oh my god, so hot.
No, we're too far.
Yeah, I know. But no, with Warm Bodies, it's actually really good. If you take it as it is, right? You sit down, don't expect anything from it. Don't even see it as a zombie film. Don't s- don't see it as a zombie film. If you sit down, take it as it is, as a romantic comedy, it's actually pretty decent.
Yeah. Well, I might do that. I probably won't though. There was actually a movie on which was another weird zombie movie. Sometimes zombie movies are really bad. There was one on SBS, I think maybe 3 days ago, and it was about zombies that they had a cure for, and all zombies were kind of like mental asylum patients that had been stuck in hospitals, and they get injections to make them human again.
Yeah.
And once they ran out they need to take the injection daily or whatever, or else they'll turn back into a zombie. And they kind of ran loose and kind of went havoc again.
That's
That was
actually that
it.
actually sounds pretty good.
It was it. The idea of it was good. They just didn't implement it right. They made it really boring, and the acting was bad. And,
Yeah.